So while some parents want to choose to have the child, a lot of the time that they're going to need help with that, or they feel as though they are not properly equipped to have a child of their own and that they won't be able to properly take care of it. So there are aids and solutions for these kinds of parents. One of those is safe haven baby boxes. A baby box is a safety device provided for mothers under the state's safe haven law, and this legally allows mothers to safely and anonymously drop off their newborn if they feel as though they properly can't take care of it. And this is something that is available in all 50 states because of the safe haven law. The next one is foster care. Foster care is also known as an out of home care. Usually it's a temporary service provided by states for children who cannot live with their families. These children will have the option to be able to live with relatives if they have any, and if they're not, there are foster homes and foster parents that these children will be sent to, either in group homes or regular residential families. Another option for these parents is adoption centers. An adoption agency is an organization that facilitates adoption between the birth parent and um, people who want to adopt children. This can be an option either after the child is given birth to, or it can also happen before a child is given birth to. An adoption family will be set with a pregnant mother, and when the child is born, it will immediately go to the adoption family. But then there are some families who want to be able to keep their children, but they need a little extra help because they don't have that high of an income coming in, and that's where food stamps come into play. Um, these are from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and these food stamps will benefit and give parents the ability to have a bigger food budget if they have a low income, which will help them provide the food and nourishment that their children needs to grow up. Um, the final option is orphanages. Um, orphanages, they always provided food, shelter, and clothing to children when parents weren't able to provide that themselves. Um, and now a new thing that they have started providing is financial support to parents. So the parents have a way to keep their families and the children can stay with them. And now we're going to move on to pro-choice. Um, so I'm going to talk about the medical standpoint of pro-choice, and a lot of it comes with the expenses. Giving birth can be very expensive, especially if you have a low family income or are a single parent. Um, Usually health insurance will cover the cost of the pregnancy, the delivery, and the postpartum care. But if someone does not have health insurance, it can cost them over $18,000, and that is a big chunk for someone who averagely is making an income of $61,000 a year. So, um, that is a big stretch for some parents. Another problem can be the health of the mother. If the pregnancy is taking such a toll on the mother that they're seeing problems like renal or cardiac disease, these can all severely compromise the mother's health, or can even cause death in just the mother, or can cause death in the mother and the child if they continue to go along with the pregnancy. So there's some situations where pregnancy termination is advised. Again, there is also the health of the baby. If you find out from an early point that your baby can have fetal anomalies or abnormalities, these can have cause congenital disorders or birth defects, and these can cause a chronic illness in the baby or a serious disability. And at some points, it can even cause the mother to have a stillbirth or a neonatal death, which is where the child is no longer living and the mother has to still give birth to it because she chose to go along with the pregnancy. So these are some cases where a pregnancy termination is usually advised.